There's a growing buzz swirling around the NBA community, and it's coming straight out of Los Angeles. Word on the street is that the Lakers may be looking to make a surprising move regarding their head coaching position, and the name that's starting to echo in backrooms and barbershops alike is Scott Brooks. That's right, folks, Scott Brooks, the former head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder and Washington Wizards, could be the man to lead the Lakers into their next era. Now, let's be clear, nothing has been confirmed by the franchise, and the Lakers front office is playing this one close to the vest. But multiple sources close to league insiders have begun hinting at quiet conversations, discreet meetings, and behind-the-scenes contact between Brooks' representatives and key decision-makers in Los Angeles. This isn't the first time the Lakers have surprised everyone with a bold coaching decision. And if there's one thing we know about this organization, it's that they don't shy away from shaking things up when they feel it's necessary. Whether this rumor holds weight or fizzles out like so many off-season whispers remains to be seen. But the very idea of Brooks patrolling the sideline at Crypto.com Arena has people talking. Scott Brooks isn't exactly the first name that comes to mind when fans dream of glamorous hires for the purple and gold. But when you dig a little deeper, the connection starts to make more sense than you'd initially think. Brooks is a respected figure around the league, a player's coach with a reputation for developing young talent and keeping locker rooms unified. Remember his run with the Thunder? That was a team loaded with potential, and it was under his watch that Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden took their first real steps toward superstardom. He led them to the NBA Finals in 2012, and although they came up short against the Miami Heat, Brooks' role in molding that young core into a championship contender shouldn't be underestimated. Fast forward to now, and the Lakers find themselves at a crossroads, with LeBron James nearing the twilight of his career and Anthony Davis needing a system that complements his strengths. The Lakers could be looking for someone who can balance experience with adaptability. Brooks might not have the star power of a Doc Rivers or Ty Lue, but he's got something just as valuable, a track record of overachieving when given the right tools. Now, what's really fueling this speculation isn't just about basketball strategy, it's about relationships. League insiders have pointed out that Brooks has maintained a strong network within NBA circles, particularly with agents and former players, who now have influence in front offices across the league. One name that's been mentioned more than once in these conversations, Rob Pelinka. The Lakers' general manager is known for keeping tabs on experienced coaches, and he's not afraid to go against the grain when hiring decisions are on the line. There's chatter that Pelinka respects Brooks' no-nonsense approach and values his ability to develop players without letting egos derail team chemistry. Could it be that this admiration is now turning into action? Maybe. There are whispers that informal discussions have already taken place, and that Brooks would be open to the opportunity, especially given the prestige and challenge that come with coaching one of the most iconic franchises in sports. If this relationship has indeed reached the exploratory stage, then don't be surprised if it progresses quickly, especially if other coaching candidates start falling off the board. Let's not forget that the Lakers are operating under intense pressure after another disappointing playoff exit, and questions surrounding the long-term future of LeBron James. The organization is desperate for stability and a renewed sense of direction. Hiring a coach like Scott Brooks could signal a philosophical shift, moving away from the flashy, headline-grabbing hires and instead opting for a steady hand with a focus on player development and internal growth. And while Brooks may not be the kind of name that dominates the trending charts on Twitter or sends fans rushing to YouTube for reaction videos, he could be exactly what the Lakers need in this pivotal moment. He's calm under pressure, experienced in both rebuilding situations and win-now scenarios, and perhaps most importantly, he understands how to manage stars while still demanding accountability. That combination could be appealing to a Lakers front office looking for someone who can bridge the gap between LeBron's final years and the team's inevitable youth movement. Don't be surprised if, in a few weeks' time, we're looking at Brooks standing at a Lakers press conference, answering questions about rotations and defensive schemes. What adds another layer of intrigue to this rumor is Brooks' current status in the league. Since parting ways with the Wizards in 2021, he's kept a relatively low profile, but not too low. He's remained connected as an assistant with the Portland Trail Blazers, quietly continuing to build his resume and maintain relevance in coaching circles. Sources have suggested that Brooks has been biding his time, waiting for the right opportunity to jump back into a head coaching role. He doesn't want just any job. He wants the right job. And the Lakers, despite their current challenges, still represent one of the most prestigious gigs in all of sports. The glitz, the legacy, the chance to coach LeBron, that's a trifecta that few coaches can ignore. So if the Lakers do indeed reach out, Brooks would likely listen. And according to some whispers coming out of league offices, that phone call may have already happened. Could we be seeing the early stages of a reunion between ambition and opportunity? It's looking more plausible by the day. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. Some analysts are pointing out that the timing of this rumor is no coincidence, with the Lakers entering a crucial offseason, where everything from roster moves to front office dynamics are under scrutiny. This could be a calculated leak meant to gauge fan reaction or pressure other candidates. Don't underestimate how strategic leaks can be in the NBA. They're tools used by agents, teams, even media members to steer narratives or force negotiations if Brooks is indeed being considered. This buzz might be the front office's way of laying the groundwork, seeing how the idea sits with the fan base before making it official. It's happened before. Remember when the Lakers floated Jason Kidd's name before ultimately pairing him as an assistant under Frank Vogel? Sometimes these rumors are just trial balloons, but even if that's the case here, the mere fact that Brooks is part of the conversation suggests he's viewed as a legitimate option, not just a placeholder. Whether it's a smokescreen or a sneak peek, this isn't a name that popped up by accident. And what about the players? That's always the million-dollar question with a coaching change. How will the locker room react from what's being whispered? There are reasons to believe Brooks could gain the respect of the Lakers veterans quickly. He's coached superstars, managed big personalities, and found ways to extract effort from rosters that weren't always loaded with talent. If you look at his past teams, there's a clear pattern. They play hard, they stick to a system, and they rarely fall apart internally. That kind of structure could be exactly what the Lakers need, especially if they're trying to maximize the final prime years of Anthony Davis while developing young pieces like Austin Reeves. It's also worth noting that LeBron James has long favored coaches who communicate clearly and don't micromanage, to traits Brooks has been praised for in the past. While there's no public statement from any player, and likely won't be until a move is official, you can bet the front office is quietly sounding out locker room leaders about the idea. So far, no red flags seem to have surfaced. Fans, of course, are divided. You've got the diehards who believe the Lakers should only ever go for the biggest names available. The Phil Jacksons, the Pat Rileys, the heavyweights. To them, Scott Brooks might feel like a step down, a safe pick when boldness is needed. But there's another faction growing within the fan base. Those who are tired of the merry-go-round of big promises and short tenures. They want consistency. They want development. They want a coach who won't be out the door after one bad playoff run. For that crowd, Brooks represents something refreshing, a grounded, focused leader who won't let drama dominate the narrative. Social media, as always, is a battlefield. You'll see memes, mockery, and measured takes all swirling in the same chaotic timeline, but under the noise, there's curiosity. Could Brooks really be the guy? Could this actually work? The more you think about it, the harder it is to dismiss. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.